This is Dr. Miranda and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Dr. Vlogger. So if there's one thing that I wish medical school has taught me is that how to handle my taxes. How to handle BIR. Paano nga? I had a very traumatic experience regarding my tax. I'm going to share everything about that traumatic experience of mine with you guys, especially to the doctors that have just recently passed the board exams, or to those doctors that are in the same situation that I was years back. Better watch the entire video to learn about my experience. You can comment down below if you have some questions about this, especially if may mga kulang akong sinabi or if may mga hindi po kayo naiintindihan. I am very much willing to answer your questions. So disclaimer lang po, this is regarding my personal experience about the BIR and my taxes. Iba-iba po tayong story, may kanya-kanya po tayong struggles regarding that one, challenges. And for some, hindi nila na-experience to, good for them. I know for a fact that there are a lot of youngsters there na kakagraduate pa lang, nakapasa ng board, na in question na ano po ang next step, ano bang gagawin, bakit ba nangyayari sa kanila yung mga nangyari din sa akin. Backstory lang, when I passed the board exam, I decided to just work muna, and they called that moonlighting. At that time, I went to Asian Hospital as a junior house staff, so I was a general practitioner. I still haven't decided what medical residency or what residency training that I'm going to take, so I decided to just work muna to survive. And at that time, one of the requirements was TIN. TIN, Tax Identification Number, and for some of us, mayroon ng TIN yung iba kasi kinuha na ng parents nila. But for some of us, that includes myself, I didn't have a TIN, and that was required talaga because if you work, kailangan talaga ng TIN po, diba? So I just went to the BIR thinking na I'm going to get a TIN. When you're a newly licensed physician, you're excited to work, you're excited to complete the requirements na so that you can work and you can earn salary. I was living independently. Nung pumunta ko ng BIR, I didn't know what to do. Alam mo yung sobrang innocent na person na pupunta doon. So, saan po ako pupunta? So, the guard, I think, this was years ago, people. Alam nyo, years ago na. So, I'm just like, you know, trying to reminisce or trying to remember. Kinakalkal ko sa memory ko yung mga nangyari. I believe that was in 2012 kasi dun talaga nag-start yung problema ko. I talked to the officer of the day and then sabi ko lang, doktor ako. I really needed a TIN. And dun na lang. Yun ang magic words, doktor. When you're a doctor at sabihin mong doktor ka, you're already considered a professional. I think it is there that started the problem. Professional PIN na binigay sa akin, and I was advised, bigla na lang maraming forms na sinabi, Form 2303 for the Certificate of Registration. Sabi ko, ano to? I remembered I was confused, but then sabi sa akin na this is required kasi doctor ka nga, so kailangan i-register mo siya because you're considered as parang may business. And then sabi ko, okay, pero hindi ba po kasi talaga siya clinic? It was just like a hospitalist, a moonlighting job. Pero sabi naman nila, it's okay. Mayroon namang 2307 daw na forms from the company and everything. In short, I was so innocent. Ginawa ko na lang siya because I really wanted to have that PIN. And sabi ko, okay, fine. I did it. I remembered filling up all the forms. May nagbinayaran pa akong registration fee perhaps. Ang daming forms nun. And to be honest, I did not remember na yung mga forms na iba. I think it was 2303 kasi Certificate of Registration yon. Lumabas ako doon, yes, I had TIN. Pinalaminate ko pa yung TIN ID ko, or doon niya pa yon. I was still not married, I was still single back then. I started working, but I really didn't have any idea of what I did at that time. So I decided to enter, as you all know, internal medicine residency training. I totally forgot about that. Training siya. So it was toxic, it was stressful, training siya. So everyday duty, pre-duty, from duty, very busy with the training. So that was like 3 to 4 years of my lifetime. After graduating, I started to also work again. Tapos, doon ko nalaman na ang laki na pala ng penalty ko. Huh? I needed a copy of my certificate of registration because as you all know, doctors need that. For private practice, you need that. You need COR. So I needed a copy of that. It was such a nightmare, traumatic experience. I realized there now that when they checked my records, hindi ako nag-file. So you could just imagine, I should have filed pala. Since the start that I registered my profession as a doctor, so 2012 yon, I should have started filing monthly, quarterly, na parang yung business na din. At the time that I found out about what happened, of course I hated BIR. I hated them. It's like, what? Hindi ako in-inform, hindi ko alam naman yung mga ganyan. Sinisi ko sila. But then again, guys, ignorance of the law excuses no one. Luckily, fortunately, and heaven sent, I just remembered that I have a friend who is already an accountant. Her name is Amin. She's a friend since high school. She helped me since I had a residency training at a private hospital at wala talaga siyang ganung kalaking salary. At saka hindi siya masasabing salary talaga. Especially that time, sa time namin ha. Because right now, the salary of the medical residency training doon, this hospital that I was trained, iba na. Malaki na po yung sweldo nila doon. We file, backtrack ito from 2012 monthly. Imagine, monthly, we just have to file. When I went to the BIR, I talked to the officer of the day or to the admin. I'll just have to settle everything. Sobrang kapal na mga forms, guys. 2012. So you can just imagine, January, February, March. Tapos 3 copies nun. I photocopied them. And initially pa, hindi ko alam that you can actually pay via GCash. So, ang nangyari, in 2012, 2014 yata, I paid sa bank. And sobrang may problema din sa bank. Kasi sa bank, may limit sila. Para talaga akong stressed nung time na yun. So, pipila ka ulit after 5 forms, so after 5 months equivalent ng binayaran mo kasi para maka-entertain naman sila ng ibang customers. That part, I understand. I realized na ano pa yung ginawa mo? So, you can actually pay that via GCash. Pwede palang magbayad sa GCash, guys, sa mga BIR nating concerns. So, that made my job easier, actually. But then, sobrang expensive. Sobrang expensive niya, especially in 2012 to 2015, February. 200 pesos lang naman siya, but it's still marami. March, nag-start na siya ng 1,000 per month. Imagine in 2015, 2016, and then 2017, madami akong penalty na nangyari just because I was so ignorant of the law. I do not know kung nagigets nyo. You can, like what I've said, you can comment down below kung ano nangyari. So what I realized is that huwag kayong masyadong excited, guys, na ma-register yung profession niyo sa BIR. And if you ever did registered na, then don't take that for granted. If you registered ka na, you talk with a friend na accountant para mas medyo honest sila sa'yo. Or you get an accountant na lang talaga to really guide you with how to pay your taxes. Mag-file po kayo monthly, quarterly. For now, I think it's quarterly and then annually. Kasi may penalty talaga siya. May mga deadline po. That was one mistake of mine. Hindi ko na pinalo up yun. One mistake also is that I don't even have a copy of my COR that time. Nung bumalik lang ako doon to get my TIN ID lang, and then parang wala lang sa akin. I should have like gotten my COR, a copy of that. May mga resibo pa yun, official receipts that you will also pay because you also need those receipts in your private practice. I-issue mo yan. So, parang nga siyang business, guys. If ever you have registered yourself already and as a professional, you have to be updated and you have to get an accountant and then ipa-complete mo, mag-file ka para walang penalty like what happened to me. I hope hindi siya ganun ka-confusing. I'm just like sharing with you. It was really too expensive. Parang more or less, umabot ako ng mga 80 to 90,000 for that because of the penalty dues. I was even advised to write a letter of reconsideration ba, ganun. But natutoxic, nasistress ako sa BIR when I'm there. Parang gusto ko na lang talaga siyang matapos. Nung natapos naman, I'm so thankful to Ain nga. You really want to acquire her services. I'm gonna link her name below and ask her permission to give her number. She's so nice and she's so accommodating and very patient with me. I have so many questions talaga regarding that. My accountant filed them via online na lang. BIR is already in GCash. You can settle the dues sa GCash. I am doing that now. That's my advice to doctors that are lost, especially yung mga youngsters nowadays, do not get too excited. May tax talaga yung salaries natin. It is very stressful, especially if may private practice ka and then nag-hospitalist ka. Pero it helps to really hire a good and very responsible, dependent patient accountant. So that's it, guys. This is just really a story time, sa totoo lang, to really express what happened to me regarding my BIR experience. It's not their fault actually. Ignorance of the law excuses no one. All I can say is that at least updated na. Wala na akong utang sa BIR. Sobrang laki lang ng binayaran ko. In retrospect, that's one thing that I wish na tinuro sa med school. But of course, when you're in medical school, feeling ko naman pag may BIR na topic and everything, hindi mo iisipin na mahalaga siya. Kasi you're so toxic with major subjects na minsan napapabayaan mo yung mga ganong sector, yung mga ganong aspects. But as someone who experienced the worst when it comes to BIR, importante siya. Swerte na din yung mga doctors that have parents that are doctors, brothers and sisters that are doctors, or those who have relatives na may accountants. Kasi malalaman nila. But if you're someone like me na independent living here in the city and also yung parents ko or yung mom ko is not a doctor, walang nagtuturo sa akin. I learned everything by myself and learned from my mistakes kasi wala naman akong ibang napagtanungan nun. Right now, you are lucky, you are blessed because you have me and I can share that with you guys. And if you're a youngster doctor, don't make the same mistake that I made. If you learned something from this video, like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and click on that notification bell to be updated with my latest uploads. And see you in the next video. Bye-bye.